Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the WNBA season. Now, this is kind of interesting because I started doing reactions on this channel during the season last year when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese had their rookie years. And I'll just be honest, you know, for anyone who's new to the channel, anyone who might have forgotten, I gotta fix this. It's bothering the shit out. Like, I am 100% totally a bandwagon. I didn't even really like the hype around Caitlin Clark was annoying the shit out of me because I actually like to watch college women's basketball, and then all the hype around her is like Mahomes. I was so fatigued with like the superstar athlete of whatever league shit. But then she loses the championship, goes on to the WNBA to a terrible team, struggles, and has to literally turn the franchise around single-handedly, and she's propelling the league, a league that hates her and wants to see her get beat up. So I'm totally a fan now. I'm totally a fan. She keeps it all on the court. I respect the fuck out of her. I don't like that she's been rolling with Taylor Swift. That gives me terrible vibes, but it is what it is. The less attention I pay to that shit, the better. Really, I just want to get into this. This is a great opening matchup. Glad to be back doing this. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see what happens.
At Cambridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, we are underway. Atkins quickly ahead to Cardoso, able to lay it in on Boston.
Right away with the points.
Clark looking to shake, gives it up.
Let's see how the Fever does this here, because they had a rough start, and then they actually did decent. There's no reason they shouldn't. I wasn't really paying attention to their offseason, I guess, but
Angel Reese dives in and finishes through the contact.
I want to see him go all the way this year.
More of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark.
Oh my God! I was kind of looking away a little bit. Let's try this again. God damn!
Wants more of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark.
Jesus Christ! What a shot! Oh my God! Already with this.
Reese off on a three, and this time Boston secures the glass. Here's Mitchell, so speedy, dives in for
there we go. Let's go, Mitchell.
An all-star each of the last two seasons. Nice position. Reese lays it in on a beautiful feed from Cardoso.
The fuck was that?
Nice position. Reese lays it in on a beautiful.
Total SGA there. Holy shit.
Last two seasons. Nice position. Reese lays it in on a beautiful feed from Cardoso.
Get to the offensive glass as well.
Nurse buries the jumper. Here's Mitchell.
Oh.
And hit from three.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
Then throws it away. And Caitlin was then telling a story about how much she loves rivalries. Loved them as a sports fan growing up. Atkins nailing the three. Ends up with the offensive board.
The fuck was that?
And Caitlin was then telling a story about how much she loves rivalries. Loved them as a sports fan growing up. Atkins nailing the three. Ends up with the offensive board. Allen, another big offseason acquisition for Chicago, insists her way to the cup. Howard on the drive, can't finish it. Rebound ends up with Atkins, but Howard takes it away.
There you go. Let's go.
I
like that.
Chicago bench very upset. Well, that kid's very fired up.
Don't call them out.
Mitchell dumps it in. Howard working on Yanwede. The push shot is good for the veteran Natasha Howard in her 12th season. Rachel Banham.
Holy shit.
Getting ready to check in for Chicago.
12th season. I forget that this league has actually been going since before Caitlin Clark. The audacity that these female athletes have to be demanding to get paid the same as NBA players. Like, women need to be fucking accountable. If you want these sports to succeed, help them do so. Y'all need to go to these games. Look at how many fucking men are in the crowd, in the stands here. We're, like, literally, we all just want to see Caitlin Clark. That's literally it. Like, all the guys want to see Caitlin Clark and what she can do, because she's the closest thing to an NBA player. Like, that shot, that three-pointer.
That's Tyler Marsh joining us as Banham
that was
buries
nice.
a three.
Sorry, but when you guys are championing
gets denied by Banham, but
nice around Angel Reese, where like you see her form,
ends up caroming to Hull. Here's Clark.
how she fucks up complete layups, and you hate Caitlin Clark for being this self-confident, high achiever.
Here's Reese.
Give her shit, basically, seemingly just because she's white.
And hit from downtown. Average.
I'm sorry, people don't want to watch your league. They want to watch one athlete, the one that you guys don't like. Y'all wonder why you aren't successful. Let's go, man. It's not super dominant. They're like, it's pretty even so far, but they're extending the lead. Nice pass. A little bit messy. There we go.
Her passing and the way that makes her a threat.
I'm glad that they kept all three, Clark, Mitchell, and Boston.
So many different places on the floor.
Because they were the consistent
Clark,
shooters last season.
Is good.
Got to build around those guys.
Certainly knows. She loves the step back, going to her left side.
Here's Reese.
And I obviously say guys as in players.
And Cardoso finishes on a gorgeous delivery from Angel Reese.
Was it gorgeous?
Her left side.
Here's Reese, center of the lane, nice dish.
I wouldn't call it that.
Finishes
She got it done, though.
Gorgeous delivery from Angel Reese.
Got her right on the arm.
And even though I'm a supporter of Caitlin Clark, I gotta say this because I'm not trying to ruffle feathers. I don't really hate Angel Reese. I'm not like a Caitlin Clark truther because I've been watching, but I've been following both. I've been following the rivalry. But like you have to sit there and respect the way Caitlin addresses it. And she's like, it's not really a rivalry to us when we're playing the sport. It's really just you guys talking about it like that. Whereas Angel Reese is just sitting there talking about how she demands to be paid more. She's talking about paying, what was the fucking number that she said, like $8,000 in rent and she can't afford to live? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't want to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. In one of the worst economies in the world before Trump, you're talking about how you can't survive off your WNBA salary because you got an apartment that has a rent of $8,000. Like, get the fuck out of here. She's sitting there talking about, well, people are watching this sport not just because of one person, it's because of me too. And like literally your most notable thing across like to actual sports fans is how you can brick a layup consistently. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I like watching both. I wish Angel Reese would change certain things. In terms of attitude, she could learn a lot from Caitlin Clark. In terms of skill, frankly, she could learn a couple things from Caitlin Clark. But it's interesting to watch. It's really only frustrating when Caitlin Clark is getting beat up and the league is like supporting it. That was really, really frustrating to watch last season and sucked. So yeah, I'm looking forward to possible dominance from the Fever this year.
Bonner dumps it in. Howard
I just think Reese has a lot of maturing to do, you know?
Boston
don't hate her, but I do hate that attitude.
To Boston, her jumper is
good.
Scan the QR code.
Like, it just feels like Caitlin is like Tom Bradying this team. Like, just came in as the young commander. Takes control of the offense.
13-point Indiana lead. Allen.
From what I've seen, like, Clark is not really good at defense. She doesn't seem to put in much effort. She's just like, let's get the ball back and do this shit.
Offensively, making everything fit together.
She needs a coach who can help her with that.
Pieces as Nurse able to squeeze it in. 7 points, 4 rebounds.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there. You can let me know in the comments.
3 blocks. Mitchell overcooked
nice.
It. Boston the putback. Plus the foul.
All right, they got it anyway though. I had to meme that a little bit.
It's been her first 2 years here. Then was with Minnesota, 3 years in Seattle in which she won 2 titles. 2 years with the Liberty, 2 with Dallas, and now back in Indiana. Nice runner there. It drops in for Allen and a whistle.
All right, end of the first half here.
Here's Clark. 4 seconds.
She gonna drive it or what?
Clark.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh!
Clark drills the 3 to end the second. That's right.
Her shot is just so beautiful every time.
Here's Clark. 4 seconds left.
All she needs is that right position, where she feels just comfortable enough. Look at that, man. Good stuff, man.
Clark drills the 3 to end the second. That's right. I've learned my role in this relationship.
It's every man in any relationship with me.
Mitchell finds
What the fuck are they talking about, man?
Beautifully in that one, Steph White really
all right,
liked.
47 to 32. This is a blowout now officially. If it keeps up like
Here's
this.
Reese pounding in the lane and finishing.
In 2024.
Good stuff. Actually, let me I was looking at 2 different things here. I saw this Howard player, 12 points on the game.
Lead.
So let's see the shot.
Here's
Reese.
Reese pounding in the lane.
There you go.
Finishing.
Does Reese is like, are 3-pointers not a part of her game? I feel like it's always in the paint directly next to the hoop.
Or the Indiana Fever's front office won free agency this past season.
Atkins drills a 3. Ariel Atkins. Here's Clark spinning. Bouncing.
Oh!
5. Here's Clark spinning.
That was a fucking Jokic pass. That was a Jokic pass.
Here's Clark spinning. Bouncing. What a 5.
He would have just like put less energy into it and achieved the same results somehow. But other than that, it was a Jokic pass. I like that.
Fakes the jumper, rumbles inside, and drops it in. Aaliyah Boston.
And I am noticing that now too. So it feels like she's so confident and feels so much better going into this year and with this team that she's like, we're not seeing her 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. She's had a couple, but like she's passing a lot. She's making sure that her teammates are getting their confidence boosts and making, you know, their shots, and that's really cool to see.
Figures she has 10.
Because that's what I like about watching
Have
Jokic.
significant contributions from rookies. I think we ought to give them a little bit of time to develop. It's always hard. Nice drive there and finish. It's always. I thought Paige Beckers was solid. I thought she had a solid first game.
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back.
Nice, bro.
Caitlin Clark had 22 a season ago. Had 26 a season ago. Second most ever.
Now I am interested in seeing what the rematch looks like when they're not at home, because they were kind of set up for success here at their own place. But you got to consider also a lot of the people in the stands for Fever games last year were Fever fans that were just traveling, you know, or they were just all over the country. So even when they go up against them again in Chicago, it might be a lot of Fever fans in there. It might feel like a home game. You never know. Caitlin Clark draws these people in. I don't know why she's not currently the face of something. Like, I know she's done some stuff, but like, she should be cashing in on that. I get it, she's focused on the game, which she should be 100%. But like, I feel like in a while, or in a little bit, we're gonna start seeing her in a lot of like progressive commercials or something like that, like teaming up with Flo to do ad reads and shit like that. I don't know.
Thomas with more as Vandersloot.
Which I wouldn't be opposed to that.
The foul. Good idea from Hull. Clark couldn't handle it. 6 to shoot.
I feel like as far as ads, you can do a lot worse. Oh!
Clark gives it up, gets it back. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston inside for 2.
And I love seeing this. I love seeing this. They were such a good duo last year, her and Boston. So like, the more fine-tuned this gets going into this year, because last year was her second year and Clark's rookie year. So now they're both seasoned, which is like, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm really a casual when it comes to WNBA. Like I said, I'm a bandwagon, 100%. We're seeing such a consistent offense as opposed to last year and how that started. This is so cool. This is so fun.
Hull unable to lay it in, but the follow is good.
Like I said, they were set up for success with this season opener, but look at that, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. 72-49. You gotta take Caitlin out. You gotta take her out, bro. See, like, she didn't even try to defend that. She's just like, go ahead, hit your shot. You won't win.
REESE swims in and lays it home.
Reese thought she was so cool doing that shit.
Vandersloot down the floor. Reese.
She did not care.
Swims in and lays it home. Clark wasn't getting near a foul that time on Angel Reese. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces
oh my god, dude.
Drops it in. There's the 10th assist for Clark.
That's awesome.
Guarded by Atkins.
Oh.
Atkins gets a poke on it.
Boxing out. Screen.
Here's Clark firing.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Go ahead. Let's replay that.
Atkins.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Atkins gets a poke on it.
Screen. Perfection.
Here's
Backs
Clark
up.
firing.
3. Oh my god, man.
Bonner's trying to get it. Mitchell backdoor, pushes it up and in. Kelsey Mitchell, 13 points. I think she said I'm 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Can I come in? Stephanie White looked up and said, I'll get you in.
Oh!
Here's Mitchell, what a feed from Howard. Here is the WNBA debut for Haley Van Lith.
Oh,
went to 5 straight Elite Eights in
oh,
college.
nice.
As Banham buries the 3.
She looks like, I don't know, like, is she shorter compared to, or no, Haley Van, yeah, I thought that sounded familiar.
Here's you for Haley
I wasn't trying to diss her.
Went to 5.
Yeah, there is a size difference here, right?
Straight.
Like, you look at Boston.
WNBA debut for Haley Van Lith.
Versus her, I mean, it could just be the depth perception here, but is she shorter? How? I gotta look up her height. Or someone can let me know in the comments if I forget. I don't know.
Get that 10th rebound and come up with a triple-double. Here's Van Lith leaning and hitting the first points in the WNBA career.
I heard a lot of hype around her, I think, right? Wasn't she like twerking in locker rooms or something like that? There's some thirst trap shit that people were going insane for. Oh.
All the putback is good.
I like
she
that.
Lasted till 19. And nothing but rave reviews out of camp about Timpson. As Duntis, yeah.
Nice, okay. Messy, but we got there.
During the preseason, but she's going to assume a bigger role as the year goes on as well.
Van Lith plays
she wanted that and won.
How about Van Lith? Van Lith, little drop off taken by Colson.
Bro got cut off by the highlights. Okay, Clark is out of there. Good.
Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson lays it in.
Look at her. Look at how bad they wanted to dominate. Look at how fast she ran back after that score.
Timpson lays it in.
Sprinting back.
Third steal. Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson lays it.
Ma'am, you got 34 seconds on the clock. It's 91 to 58. It's okay. You don't need to sprint back.
A statement win.
Yo, great game. Dominant win. Feels real good to be a bandwagon right now. Like I said, I'm just going to keep saying that. I'll keep admitting it. That's 100% what I am. But how can you not be a fan of that? How can you genuinely sit there and it has to be insecurity and fragility that like a white woman is dominating a league where there's so many black female athletes? I feel like that's what it has to be, right? To sit there and say that Angel Reese is better than her, like look at the team she started out with and how they progressed through the season, literally got to the playoffs. And then they open again, they're at home, but they open up. She's shooting threes from like not even the 3-point, like further back, like almost out of bounds. I'm sorry, like I know there's effort from Mitchell and Boston and all these other players, but like you saw these videos of them coming out of the locker room where her teammates would literally just be sitting and listening to music and dancing, coming out of the locker rooms like it's a joke. They were like, I can't even remember the record, but it was terribly negative. And Caitlin Clark was just sitting there like stone-faced, like annoyed, frustrated because they were losing. She wasn't content with that. She single-handedly, like all the effort from everyone else, but single-handedly still turned this ship around. And I think that's so respectable. I think it's so cool, and she's fun to watch. This whole team, this whole offense is so fun to watch now. Again, I think if Clark worked on her defense even 1%, that'd be awesome. And she would be even more of a threat, but clearly she doesn't need it. And, you know, just working on her three-pointer and getting the ball around and passing in creative ways and in necessary ways, you know, that's working for her. So, Fever fans, let me know how you're feeling down in the comments below. That is the video. Thank you for watching.